Good morning. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for the singing of our alma mater.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, parents, guardians, grandparents, friends, and loved ones. I have the extreme pleasure this morning to represent this high school, the Central Office Administrative Team, and the Board of Education, and welcome you all to Graduation Day 2021 on this glorious morning on Gifford Field. We come together to honor a group of exceptional young people who collectively represent our deepest hopes, our strongest sense of purpose, and our highest aspirations to share a life of peace and harmony. We come to celebrate our graduates, and the morning belongs to them, but in sharing their lives, it belongs also to us. With a sense of deep respect for all they have accomplished and for all they leave us in legacy, Please join me in saluting the class of 2021. Of all the forces we feel on Commencement Day, perhaps the greatest force of all is that of personal reflection. A time for you, the graduates, to take pause and consider the special people who walked beside you for many years, through many trials, reminding you that achieving is truly a team effort. I have every confidence that each senior here this morning will find the right time to thank family and loved ones. But today will be your final opportunity to thank the teachers, counselors, coaches, advisors, and mentors in your school family who have played a central part in your Morris Hills High School journey. They are among the best professionals on earth, committed to your success story as both students and human beings. I call upon you, faculty members in attendance, to please stand, and I call upon you, the senior class, to offer them a round of applause as a final tribute to their efforts. And now, as our commencement ceremony unfolds, may it bring you all the pride and pleasure you justly deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin by introducing the new class officers of the class of 2022. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Ryan Keating, Senior Class Vice President.
Good morning and welcome, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Torriello, administrators, faculty, family, friends, and classmates. It is my pleasure to introduce next year's class officers. Please welcome the Secretary of the Class of 22, Olivia Champy. The Treasurer of the Class of 2022, Mason Epstein. The Vice President of the Class of 2022, Ryan Sislin. And the President of the Class of 2022, Madeline Kirkpatrick. I wish the new officers the best of luck in their senior year.
On behalf of the Class of 2022, I would like to congratulate all of the graduates and wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors.
Offering today's invocation for the graduating class is Senior Class Treasurer, Mr. Nicholas Locks.
Fellow graduates, parents, friends, teachers, administrators, and members of the Board of Education, welcome and good morning. Today is quite the milestone for us graduates, not just in our teenage years, but of life itself. It's the day we prepare ourselves for our future and the challenges that await us in college and beyond. As we reflect back to the years that have shaped who we are today, we realize how unforgettable some of those memories are. During our time here at Morris Hills, the guidance we received from teachers, counselors, coaches, and of course our parents will not go unnoticed. While we may have taken some of these occurrences for granted, looking back, their presence and assistance will never be forgotten. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank everyone who has helped us get to this point for their constant support, motivation, and leadership. I wish all of you, my friends and peers of the class of 2021, the luck, strength, perseverance in reaching all of your goals. Take advantage of every opportunity and stay true to the wonderful people you are. Best of luck to all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium the young woman who has led her class this year as the class president, Miss Marty Carlisardo.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations. Congratulations to the teachers, parents, guardians, administrators, family, friends, and to my classmates. My name is Marty Carlisardo, and I'm honored to be speaking on behalf of my class as their class president. I am so proud of the class of 2021 for all that we have accomplished, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for each and every one of us. Morris Hills is truly a unique place with staff and administrators that truly want the best for every student that walks through the school doors. You cannot find that everywhere. Which is why I would like to thank my parents for choosing to live in this amazing community so I could grow up here. I cannot imagine my high school experience anywhere else. The spirit and love that flows through the halls at Morris Hills is unmatched and sets this school apart from the rest. High school teaches you a lot. I'm sure my classmates can relate to me when I say that we have all grown as people since we have been a part of this school. I mean, pre-pandemic, we all learned how to study, do homework that's due in 20 minutes, socialize, and eat all at the same time in the noisiest cafeteria that I've ever experienced. Man, I'll miss that crazy lunchroom. I don't know about you guys, but. In all seriousness, I genuinely think that the faculty in this school are remarkable people who care deeply about their students and what they teach. My father's a teacher, so I feel like I see both sides of the job. They teach all day, and then when they come home, they're still working, grading papers, meeting with students, and preparing for the next day's lesson. They take hours out of their time at home to make our lives easier, and they don't get paid for that. So take a moment before you leave today and thank that teacher that has helped you grow. They deserve some love. While the teachers here are great, at this point, they have done all that they can and are so excited to see what you all accomplish. Even if you don't really know what you want to do with your life, I know that if you have confidence and wear a smile, you can face whatever obstacles come your way. After all, we did live through an entire pandemic and still managed to have the best prom ever. Seriously, it was like real life rushed back all at once. What an incredible feeling. I think that the pandemic actually made our grade closer in a way, because with any event that we were allowed to have, people were so excited to go that we wound up having a really good group at everything, like the senior sunrise and the Mr. Morris Hill screening. Who knew something that first tore us all apart eventually would bring us all closer together? A few days ago, I was listening to some senior speeches in Miss Russo's English class, and I could see that we all have our own story. We are all so different, but it's nice to know that Morris Hills brings us all together. It's nice to know that written in everyone's story is a part that says, I went to Morris Hills High School. It connects us, whether you like it or not. Graduating feels surreal. We have spent all our lives having our school days planned to the T, and now we are all off on different paths. Whether it's college, trade school, cosmetology, the military, or even joining the workforce, we are all onto something new, and that can be scary. Make sure to trust yourself and live life so that each day you can feel happy and fulfilled. As this speech is wrapping up, I can feel myself ready to get sappy, so I'll hold off on that for a minute and share some funny high school experiences with you all. Like when we went into Mr. Bell's gym class expecting the usual walk around the track, but instead we went into the cobra position. Or when we walked into homecoming looking all nice and then left dripping sweat like we all just ran a 5K. And when we all went home on Friday, March 13th, thinking it was a nice 2-week break from school. Well, that was some break, am I right? And now, grab your tissues, because this is it. I am so happy to have spent these past 4 years with such an amazing class, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. Morris Hills has given us amazing things, but most importantly, it has given us each other. Before I close my speech, I want everybody to take a mental picture right now. Look to your left and look to your right. These are people you may never see again, so remember this moment and enjoy it. I hope in the future you remember to take a step back and enjoy the little things once in a while. Thank you for an incredible 4 years, Morris Hills. It's been a wild ride, and I'm forever grateful for the people, memories, and the growth that you have given to me and all of us. I will leave you with a quote from a famous actor, Steve Martin, that I will always remember and I hope you never forget. Be so good, they can't ignore you. Thank you. And now, on behalf of the class of 2021, it is my honor to present the class gift to Dr. Torriello.
Morris Hills High School is exceedingly proud of the academic accomplishments of the class of 2021. We are especially proud to recognize 2 individuals from the class, both of whom have left their academic mark on this great high school. It is with extreme pride that I invite to the podium the senior with the 2nd highest ranking academic average in the class, Mr. Nicholas Locks, headed for Northeastern University in September. Please welcome Salutatorian Nicholas Locks.
Hi again. Good morning once again to all of the parents, teachers, administrators, and the wonderful graduating class. I am back, and I am incredibly honored that not only you guys wanted an encore, but also to represent this class as salutatorian of the class of 2020-21. I would like to take some more time to thank my parents for helping me to this point. Their constant support and source of motivation and encouragement has allowed me to become the best person that I could be. My whole family has been there through everything, and I can confidently say that they've empowered me as an individual. I'm sure that most of the graduates here can say the same of their parents and families. Also, to the teachers and administrators who have worked tirelessly these past 4 years, and especially this year, to provide us the best education they could, even in the worst of times. Some of these people, including my favorite teacher of the year, Mrs. Teresa Caruso, and many others, Ms. Caruso, have truly made this school a place we could all call home over our high school years. Even though we had lost some of our junior and senior years, I believe that our class had shown incredible resilience amongst some of the hardest times in our lives. While we were struck with uncertainty over the senior year events and other activities in our lives, we were really able to take the time to cherish the small moments in life, like late night runs to places like McDonald's, or simply being able to gaze at the stars. There are so many small things that became large memories for years to come. As your salutatorian, it would not be a complete speech without offering some advice. I have been a member of the Morris Hills Track and Field program for the past 4 years and would like to open with a quote from one of the most quotable people I know, Coach Robinson. One thing that he said that has always stuck with me was before one particular meet, he said, "Regardless of what happens, we will all leave benefiting from this track meet. You win or you learn." This message has resonated with my teammates and me for various reasons. As for winning, that part was simple. If you performed better than your competition, you won. Nothing else was thought of that except the fact that we did well. On the other hand, many might ask, how did this team benefit from losing? We learned through all of our failures. Through them came opportunities. This approach allowed our team to develop to reach even higher levels of success later in the season. While others might only see losses in those earlier meets, we were finding the answers to our problems and shaping every skill that we needed to prepare for the meets that carried the most importance. We learned that not every competition was about winning. We will all soon come to terms with the fact that in our adult lives, we will encounter difficulties that we won't always win. There will be many obstacles, and things may not go as we had planned. Problems will arise, and we will have to face them ourselves. As we get older, our current supports, like the track team, our parents, and even my favorite teacher, Mrs. Caruso, will not be there. We will have to rely on ourselves. Now, you won't have the answer to every question that life asks of you. However, every life experience will give you answers to solve a future problem. It is not whether you win every single moment or meet in your life that matters. It is whether you can learn and grow from it to be an individual who can take on the challenges that lie among us. We are all going to leave this field today and enter the world as adults. Regardless of which path we choose, we are all going to inherit an incredible amount of responsibility. Being able to approach the challenges in life with a sense of optimism is the first step to one day overcoming the challenges we face. By facing the future with a sense of curiosity to learn and understanding that our future failures can be used to benefit us, we can succeed at the highest levels. With our collective resiliency, our class is ready for the world. Thank you once again, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2021.
It is now with equal pride that I invite to the podium the senior who leads the class by earning the highest academic average among all our graduates, assuming the rank of our 2021 valedictorian, headed for Hofstra University come September. Please welcome valedictorian Miss Aria Marino to deliver her address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers and staff, and most of all, the incredible students here on the field with me. I am beyond honored to be standing here today representing the Morris Hills class of 2021. This is a big change for me because usually when I am in front of this many people, I am dancing, not speaking, but there's a first time for everything, which we learned this year very well. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I am so grateful that we have the opportunity to gather on this field today and celebrate our accomplishments. We have been through a lot these past few years, between late nights of homework and studying to other more minor issues like global pandemics, you know, the usual. I'd like to thank my parents and my sisters for shaping me into the person I am today, as well as my grandparents and the rest of my family for supporting me in everything that I do. Thank you to my dance family for giving me my second home and teaching me not only how to dance, but how to be a hard worker and a good person. Thank you to the Morris Hills administrators, teachers, and staff for the extensive time and energy you have spent with our class, preparing us for our next steps in life. I can genuinely say that every teacher I have had the privilege of learning from at Morris Hills has inspired me on a level that goes beyond derivatives or the process of cellular respiration. Most of all, thank you to the students around me who have traveled with me on this beautiful journey. You all inspire me in ways that you probably don't even realize, especially those who have put up with my complaints about gym class or my late night homework questions on FaceTime. I was welcomed with open arms as an out-of-district student when I came here 4 years ago, and nothing feels more right than to graduate with all of these brilliant young people as an in-district student. Yes, thank you, Mom and Dad, for moving me in district and saving me the half-hour drive just for me to graduate. Now we, the graduates, stand in a sea of red, looking back at the path behind us and celebrating how far we've come. As the great philosopher Iron Man said in Avengers Endgame, part of the journey is the end. And today marks the end of our high school journey. We graduate, meaning we are no longer students at Morris Hills. However, Morris Hills will always be our home. Graduation does not mean cutting the string that led you here, but continuing to thread that string through where you go next. We became the people we are at this school, and that is a part of us forever. Coming in freshman year as the largest class that had ever gone through Morris Hills meant that we were ready for any challenge, and that was definitely put to the test. Our sophomore year, we lost an incredible science teacher who will always be remembered, Mrs. Tobler, whom many of us had the privilege of learning from before she died. We spent half of junior year feeling bad for the class of 2020 until that soon became our reality. The reaction I got this year after telling people I am a senior was, "Oh, I'm so sorry," like there was no way to enjoy this school year. However, I think it is safe to say that despite all of the things we missed out on, we gained so much more. Family time, extra sleep, a better understanding of technology, although we're still working on that one, right, Grandma? The key is that when things seemed dark, we kept going and made the best of what we had. At my dance studio, when the young dancers are about to go on stage for the first time, the teachers always condition them to one rule. The teachers tell them, whatever happens, you have to keep dancing. They say, what are you gonna do if the music stops? And the kids will chant, keep dancing. What are you gonna do if your hairpiece falls out? Keep dancing. What are you gonna do if the fire alarm goes off? Keep dancing. And then all the parents say, huh? My point is, the show must go on. As much as we may want to, we cannot pause the music and retry a move in the routine. We cannot pause life to undo mistakes or rethink decisions. My sister and I used to pretend we had powers when we were younger, and her power was always super strength or super speed. Me, being the older sibling I am and having to one-up her, would choose time travel, which is the cooler power, by the way. I wanted the ability to stop time to relive my best moments, fix my mistakes, and see my future. The reality is, it's a good thing that time travel doesn't exist. But if it did, Mr. Burmell would have invented it, and Mr. Ellis would be the first to use it. Time goes on, and we never stop learning and growing. The way I see it, it's comforting to know that every day is a new chance to be better and make good decisions, despite what happened yesterday. Like Mrs. Vesper told our class the other day, everything is going to work out fine as long as you keep going. Keep dancing your way through life. And if there's anything I've learned from dance, it's that just going through the motions does not count. You have to put some passion into it, some feeling and emotion that makes the dance come alive. The color red actually symbolizes passion, which I find truly fitting for the Morris Hills Scarlet Knights. It is hard to put the idea of passion into words, but my best description is a beautiful combination of energy and love that I feel radiating from the class of 2021. Not only did we dance our way through the year, but we danced with passion. So instead of, I'm so sorry, class of 2021, we should be hearing, congratulations, class of 2021, you are so strong. You will do amazing things in your bright futures, and you will do them with passion. So make the world your stage, and keep dancing. Thank you.
Dr. Zoller, members of the Board of Education, my dear colleagues, parents, guardians, grandparents, family members, and most importantly, those we come to honor this morning, our graduates. I come to this graduation podium today with the sense of profound gratitude that the passing of time, the wisdom of science, and the intense cooperation and spirit of this entire school community have all come together through 15 long and difficult months, allowing this celebration for the class of 2021. There were many days this academic year when I questioned whether this morning was going to be our reality. Thankfully, we have moved far beyond those dark, disruptive months, and today, Morris Hills in stately splendor salutes its graduates in person. As one who is proud to serve as your principal, I cannot quite recall another graduation morning when I have felt more grateful. I found my graduation message today by looking at you with genuine admiration for the way you have navigated these last 4 years of high school, especially your final year and a half in COVID-19 culture. Moreover, I found my message after watching you deal with unprecedented change in familiar patterns, by watching you handle disappointment and uncertainty, by watching you chase your dreams and aspirations despite barriers in your way, and especially by watching you emerge as a class that never allowed itself to surrender even when the earth moved under your feet. What you have demonstrated to me and to this entire staff is perhaps the single most powerful quality that a human being can cultivate in a lifetime: the power of resilience. Without a doubt, you leave us on this special morning in June, epitomizing the kind of resilience worthy of the highest respect. So my message to you this morning pays homage to your unrelenting resilience, and with it comes a challenge to bottle it, share it, celebrate it, teach it to others, and never allow it to leave your grasp. Through your resiliency, you have been a sense of inspiration, both personally and professionally, inspiring us to stand tall, even on those dark days and nights when all of us, your teachers, parents, coaches, advisors, and yes, administrators, struggle to find the right answers to a tidal wave of uncertainty. I am the first to acknowledge that as your principal, I too struggled to find a way to steady the ship, to help bring some measure of sanity and stability to a pandemic that at one time felt very out of control. I learned from my dad a long time ago that if we look hard and deep, we can find the heroes who help us drop anchor and find our way. And just as you, the class of 2021, helped this community do just that by the quality of your own example, someone also did that for me, helped me find a path, clarify my own sense of responsibility, and move forward positively, looking toward the finish line. Pre-COVID, I had never heard his name, but I am grateful that I found him. A man by the name of Eddie Pierno, the creator of Your World Within. Pierno is an artist, filmmaker, and storyteller who reminds us all to never underestimate the power of words or the strength of human outreach. When I tried to figure out how to best support our incredible faculty for its remarkable contributions through the COVID-19 shutdown and beyond, I did what most anyone does these days. I asked the Google. I stumbled upon Pierno on YouTube and returned to him time and time again because I felt his encouragement behind me and within me each day as I sat to write a daily reflection to the faculty to try to lift their spirits and in return, my own. Pierno challenged his followers with 5 lessons to live by that, in my opinion, are pillars of resilience. I challenge you to grab them, hold them close, and make them your own. 1, embrace discomfort. It's in the moments of discomfort that our potential manifests into reality. Those little things we think are insignificant, not much fun, easy to brush off, we need to embrace them day in and day out. Why? Because they compound into one of the most beautiful things in the world. It's called progress. It's called growth. Commit. The only limit to your impact is your imagination and your commitment. There's an old saying, if you want to take the island, earn the ships. You need to commit to the trials and tribulations and the ups and downs of the process. Showing up isn't enough. Number 3, be unique. Too many of us overvalue what we are not and undervalue what and who we are. When faced with challenging mazes of life that require us to navigate difficult terrain and vulnerable pathways, be bold. Number 4, take responsibility. Take responsibility for your outcomes, become the hero or the heroine of your life. It's not your fault where you start, but it is your sole responsibility to design where you end up. And number 5, believe in yourself. The world will judge you by the way you judge yourself. Your self-belief is the real measure of your own courage. And those lessons bring me back face to face with you, graduates, seniors in high school who know how to embrace discomfort, commit, be unique, take responsibility, believe in themselves, and with undeniable resilience, bring us home to the finish line as Scarlet Knights. In doing so, you too bring Eddie Pierno's words directly onto Gifford Field on this glorious graduation morning. When you put your head down and learn to block out the noise, you can finally hear the most powerful voice of all. your own. Thank you for being our students and teaching us what it truly means to bleed the red and the white. And thank you for embracing a truth I pray we will always share. We are Morris Hill Strong. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay close, and always remember, Morris Hills High School is your home. Thank you. It is now my great honor to turn the podium over to my dear friend and colleague, Mr. Robert Merle, Jr.
Good morning. I'd like to first congratulate all our graduates. Congratulations, class of 2021. The Home and School Association of Morris Hills High School has generously donated $8,500 in scholarships for this school year to be given to students who made significant contributions of time, effort, and energy to the school community. In addition to the scholarships, this outstanding group of parents also donated $3,000 to Morris Hills High School and $1,000 for Project Graduation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will now read the 17 Home and School Scholarship recipients. The recipients are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all the Home and School Scholarship recipients have been called. Please hold your applause until all the names have been called. Marty Colasardo, Scott Connolly, Christopher Coulter, Daniel Delasi, Shannon Michael Fuerte, Nathaniel Gallagher, Jake Hamtill, Anisha Jogue, Carolyn Lissy, Mia Lopez, Austin McCafferty, Lauren Odine, Kevin Page, Liliana Peruso, Mahek Sansi, Vishwam Shukla, and Derek Warner. Congratulations. I'd now like to call to the podium my good friend and colleague, Assistant Principal, Mr. Gene Melvin.
The Excelsior Medallion is awarded to those students who have maintained an average of 93 or better during their high school career. These following seniors have satisfied this requirement and have been honored here today with the Medallion of Accomplishment. Excelsior Medallion winners are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all award recipients have been announced. Please hold your applause until all recipients' names have been called. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Excelsior Medallion Award winners: Priya Agarwal, Yuvanshu Agarwal, Annika Agnahotri, Deepika Agarwal, Mike Gabriel Asen, Suchit Baptala, Dylan Bautista, Amy Benedetto, Lyndon Benoit, Drewy Bargava, Rabah Batat, Ayush Chakraborty, Mark Chohan, Taylor Clausen, Marty Colasordo, Alexandra Colmenares, Hannah Cologne Gold, Scott Connolly, Amy Cook, Alicia Paul Cortizano, Christopher Coulter, Emily Dell, Nikhil Deorkar, Annabella DePaul, Srinkrath Damadoran, Daniel Delase, Brody Donker, Kiara Downey, Luisa Echeverry, Pavansai Ada, Jesse Fan, Matan Frankel, Shannon Michael Fuerte, Jacob Fior, Shreya Gadagoda, Jeremy Gallo, Julie Gerber, Arushi Gailad, Srinthi Gopinath, Hannah Graham, Alyssa Guerrilla, Sriya Gaduru, Aruna Magupta, Varun Gupta, Jake Hamptill, Maria Hernandez, Alana Isaac, Angela Jackdad, Alexander Jarosak, Archita Jairam, Anisha Jogue, Charan Khanna, Ryan Keating, Shrestha Kethareddy, Aiden Kinney, Caitlin Koo, Kunal Kumar, Karthik Kundurthi, Nicholas Locks, Caroline Lissy, James Liu, Arkina Meridian, Abhishar Mittal, Michael Mora, Arya Moreno, Vedrath Murthy, Kanta Nakano, Monisha Nath, Anvitha Nakanti, Siddharth Nimvekar, Rachel O, Desiree Olokambemi, Sydney Orama, Lauren Udine, Kevin Page, Mehek Parecha, Nishi Patel, Nuri Patel, Fiorella Perez, Jesse Piquel, Benjamin Pluta, Eliza Popke, Ananya Raghaven, Deepika Rana, Melinda Reed, Jack Reinstein, Raleigh Reynolds, Julia Rock Torsivia, Emma Romano, Julia Russo, Mehek Sansi, Salvador Scalici, Tanisha Shah, Sanat Sajan, Ananya Sashi, Krishi Shukla, Vikwam Shukla, Vatsala Swami, Victoria Teravinto Cuello, Caitlin Torres, Olivia Trujillo, Zoe Tweedy, Siri Vadaparty, Emily Van Houten, Ananya Vassaretti, Sarah Viola, Jesse Wallers, Amanda Wong, Aaron Welsh, Peyton White, Brian Zhang, and Victoria Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Excelsior Medallion Award winners. Morris Hills High School would also like to take a moment to formally honor two senior students that were mistakenly admitted from Monday's senior awards ceremony. Those students are Karthik Kundurthi, who won a $2,500 National Merit Scholarship from the Pfizer Corporation, as well as the President's Award for Educational Excellence. The other student is Vedrath Murthy, who also won a $2,500 winner for the National Merit ADP Henry Taub Memorial Scholarship. Please join me in congratulating these distinguished seniors. The Magnet program for Math and Science is a rigorous four-year program with a focus on individual research. Students in the Magnet program receive training in scientific investigation, advanced data analysis, and technical writing through a series of research-based courses consisting of research-based analysis, AP Seminar, and AP Research. The following seniors have completed all program requirements and have been honored here today with the medallion. Students in the Magnet program are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all Magnet seniors have been announced. Please hold your applause until all students have been called. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 graduates of the Magnet program for Math and Science: Daniel Edwin Acevedo, Sudarshan Balaji, Lyndon Risa Benoit, Drewy Bargava, Rabah Batat, Mark Chohan, Hannah Rachel Cologne Gold, Amy Nicole Cook, Christopher Michael Coulter, Pavan Sai Reddy Ida, Shannon Michael Monteleoya Fuerte, Arushi Kalei Gayalad, Hannah Faith Graham, Maximilian Lee Hammond, Alana R. Isaac, Archita Jayaram, Aiden C. Kinney, Caitlin Ling Koo, Nicholas Raymond Locks, Anjali Mavani, Arya Therese Moreno, Kanta Nakano, Monisha Ananya Nath, Siddharth Ajit Nimbivikar, Desiree Olokambemi, Mehek Y. Parecha, Nuri Patel, Isabel Elena Petrie, Benjamin Russell Pluta, Akshay Rao, Jack Lewis Reinstein, Raleigh Gabriel Reynolds, Julia Dharma Rock Torvisia, Mehek Sansi, Tanisha K. Shah, Vishwam Shukla, Siri Vadaparty, Sarah Catherine Viola, Jessie Elizabeth Wallers, and Peyton Lynn White. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Magnet for Math and Science honorees. It is my pleasure now to call to the podium Mrs. Emily Barcosi, Assistant Principal in charge of attendance in the AVID program, to continue with today's ceremony.
Good morning, and congratulations to the class of 2021. AVID, or Advancement via Individual Determination, is a nationwide four-year program that is designed to help students in the academic middle prepare for and succeed in high school and college. With individual support by trained faculty, students will pursue a challenging and rigorous curriculum while investigating careers and colleges, learning more effective study strategies, and working collaboratively with like-minded peers. The following seniors have completed all program requirements and have been honored here today with a graduation stole. Students in the AVID program are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all AVID seniors have been announced. Please hold your applause until all students have been called. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 graduates of the Morris Hills AVID program: Janae Abreu, Jose David Barahona, Samantha Marie Brink, Alexander Cadena Jr., Javette Emmanuel Cordero, Nathaniel M. Dixon, Luisa Fernanda Echeverri, Stephen Esmeraldino, Javier A. Gonzalez, Peyton Grace Hall, Maria Juliana Hernandez Campos, Jacqueline Newton, Sophia Rose Palazzo, Adam Ramadan, Elizabeth Marie Seligmuller, Ashika Soni. Congratulations to our AVID graduates.
The Olga Bertha Award is given to that student who meets the following requirements and is designated as the outstanding student at Morris Hills High School. The traits are the following: high character, outstanding school citizenship, high standards of scholarship, participation in school activities. The recipient will receive a $100 check, the Olga Bertha Honor Award pin, and a CD disc of the speech made by Mrs. Bertha, a member of the first Board of Education during the first graduation ceremony in 1954, at which time she established the Olga Bertha Award. In addition, the recipient's name will be added to a permanent plaque located in our Academic Hall of Fame. This year, the student receiving this award by a vote of the faculty and administration is Mr. Christopher Coulter. Exceptional school systems depend on central office leadership and support to drive the goals and objectives of the school community. Among the most significant dimensions of school life is in the area of curriculum instruction. It is with great pleasure that I invite to the podium the district's Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, Dr. Nisha Zoller. Dr. Zoller, by the power vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Morris Hills Regional District Board of Education, I hereby certify that the students present have completed all requirements of the state of New Jersey and the Morris Hills Regional District Board of Education and are eligible for their certificates of graduation. And the moment you've been waiting for.
Marty Anna Calacerdo, President of the Class of 2021.
Ryan Patrick Keating, Vice President of the Class of 2021.
Mahek R. Sansi, Secretary of the Class of 2021.
Aria Therese Marino, valedictorian of the class of 2021.
Nicholas Raymond Lux, salutatorian and treasurer of the class of 2021.
Christopher Michael Coulter, president of the Student Government Association.
Zoe Tweedy, vice president of the Student Government Association.
Quincy Eric James, secretary of the Student Government Association.
Daniel Robert F. DeLassy, treasurer of the Student Government Association.
Jake William Hamtel.
Ashley Robin Adamchuk.
Priya Agarwal.
Yuvanshu Puneet Kumar Agarwal.
Anika Agnihotri.
Deepika Agrawal.
Christine Angel.
Mike Gabriel Abelian Asen.
Sudarshan Balaji.
Suchit Arbaputla.
Druhi Bargov.
Rebecca Ilana Blender.
Justin David Caro.
Ayush Chakrabarti.
Mark Chauhan.
Keshav Chowcheria.
Taylor Nicole Clausen.
Alexandra Colmenares.
Amy Cook.
Elizabeth Rose Cusack.
Emily Beth Dell.
Shrikanth Thamatharan.
Luisa Fernanda Echeverry.
Ryan Philip Flynn.
Matan Eli Frankel.
Shannon Michael Mataleola Fuerte.
Shreya Gatakota.
Jeremy Gallo.
Santiago Garcia.
Arushi Kalis Galode.
Shranithi Gopinath.
Hannah Faith Graham.
Liam Daniel Grayson.
Shreya Guduru.
Varun Aaron Gupta.
Adriana Maria Gutierrez.
Maria Juliana Hernandez Campo.
Samantha Page Hoff.
Alana Ray Isaac.
Angela Maria Jackdet.
Alexander Richard Jerozak.
Archita Jairam.
Anisha Jog.
Charan Rajesh Khanna.
Raimi Kareem.
Rithvin Koneru.
Caitlin Koo.
Kunal S. Kumar.
Karthik Kundurthi.
Samantha Leah Lishawa.
Caroline Ann Lissy.
James Liu.
Prashant Abai Mindkar.
Sebastian Robert Mashlak.
Anjoli Mavani.
Arkina Meridian.
Dennis Matthew Malazzo.
Michael David Mora.
Vedrith Morthy.
Kanta Nakano.
Monisha Ananya Nath.
Siddharth Ajit Nimvikar.
Rachel O.
Desiree Tone Olenkumbemi.
Sydney Orama.
Lauren Nicole Odine.
Sophia Rose Palazzo.
Mahek Palrecha.
Nishi Patel.
Nori Patel.
Liliana Sophia Peruso.
Isabella Elena Petrie.
Jesse Ryan Piquel.
Ananya Raghavan.
Adam Ramadan.
Deepika Rana.
Akshay Rao.
Jack Lewis Reinstein.
Julia Dharma Rocktorsivia.
Amanda Lynn Rodriguez.
Ashley Nicole Rodriguez.
Emma Riley Romano.
Meredith Mackenzie Rome.
Julia Marie Russo.
Salvatore Scalici.
Elizabeth Marie Seligmuller.
Tanisha K. Shah.
Sanat Shajin.
Ananya Shashi.
Ashika Rani Soni.
Rebecca Carly Stocknoff.
Vatsala Swami.
Victoria Nicole Teravinto Quello.
Caitlin Torres.
Olivia Grace Tricolo.
Siri Vadaparty.
Emily Christine Van Houten.
Sarah Catherine Viola.
Jessie Elizabeth Wallers.
Dominic Bruce Wallace.
Derek Allen Warner.
Peyton Lynn White.
Brian Lawrence Sang.
Janae Abreu.
Daniel Edwin Acevedo.
Damian Alexiuk.
Angie Amato.
Sol Jasmine Aranda.
Juan Arboleda Cortez.
David Arias.
Gabriela Arias.
Sky Ballard.
Jose David Barahona.
Reina Barrera.
Richard A. Barazueta.
John D. Bartolozzi.
Tyler Bachero.
Franco Antonio Raymond Battaglia.
Daniela Nicole Batista.
Dylan Jude Bautista.
Liam Andrew Bythus.
Aimee Teles Benedetto.
Lyndon Risa Benoit.
Neil Bellotti.
Rabah Bitat.
Valeria Blandon.
Joel Bolaños Garcia.
Thomas Alexander Booth.
Emmeline Botero.
Edward Brandeo de Oliveira.
Samantha Marie Brink.
Sean Brown.
Jaden Xavier Adams Bird.
Paul Cabrera Moradel.
Alexander Cadena Jr.
Andres Calderon.
Valentina Calderon.
Andrea Michaela Calvete Duarte.
Madison Camacho.
Andrea Marie Canizaro.
Renzo Kiefer Cano.
Gabriela Cardenas.
Juan Pablo Cardona.
Joshua Cardoza.
James Joseph Carlucci.
Daniel Carvajal.
Maria Estibeles Castro Monsalve.
Mary Carmen Cespedes Pena.
Olivia Grace Chan.
Matthew Alexander Sharon.
Nydia Nicole Calindres.
Andrea Colon Oviedo.
Hannah Rachel Colon Gold.
Scott Edward Connolly.
Philip Leonardo Cadero.
Yvette Emmanuel Cordero.
Marcela Cortez.
Elijah Paul Kedding Cortizano.
Jared Nicholas Koss.
Ivan Cruz.
Kiana Maria Zala.
Joseph Aaron Dawson.
Kevin Andres De Jesus.
Rihanna Joan Dean.
Aaliyah Corinne Delgado.
Nikhil Deokar.
Annabella Rose DePaul.
Caleb Diaz Viola.
William Diepa.
Nathaniel M. Dixon.
Brody Keen Donker.
Thomas Dudek Cascante.
Kiara Michelle Downey.
Jonathan Paul Doty. Thomas Dudzak Cascante.
Pavan Sai Reddy Ida.
Tasneem El Morsi.
Stephen Esmeraldino.
Jesse Fan.
Alec Thomas Ferguson.
Marcel Celeste Ferreira.
Julian Gabriel Figueroa.
Lester Figueroa.
Kevin Finnegan Benson.
Hannah Grace Fleming.
Jerron N. Francis.
Alejandro Franco.
Haley Alexandra Frank.
Sabria Amira Franklin.
Aldufa Fuentes Valet.
Jacob Antonio Fior.
Nathaniel Patrick Gallagher.
Samantha Gallo.
Sebastian Gallen.
Jean-Paul Garcia.
Lauren Isabella Fernandez Garcia.
Aaron Garcia Castellanos.
Julie Abigail Gerber.
Noel Gabriel.
Brian James Gleason.
Liz Marie Gomez Morales.
Allison Nicole Gonzalez.
Brendan S. Gonzalez.
Javier A. Gonzalez.
Luis Gonzalez Duran.
Julia Rose Gosden.
Evan James Graham.
Jason Hale Grant.
Georgiana Joy Greco.
Alyssa Irene Guariglia.
Amanda Rose Gunther.
Eric Anthony Guillermo.
Arunama Gupta.
Jaden Christopher Hafner.
Felipe Jr. Halaby.
Peyton Grace Hall.
Maximilian Lee Hammond.
Sarah Hart.
James Robert Hevner.
Stephanie Henriquez.
Kevin Ignacio Hernandez.
Nancy Fabiola Hernandez.
Ryan James Herrera.
Alexander Michael Hespos. Sydney Alexandria Howard.
Dylan Hubner.
Maria Hurtado.
Ren Irigoyen.
Noah Jackson.
Mohammed N. Jamor.
Eliana Jolie Jimenez.
Natalie Isabel Jimenez.
Michael Anthony Jones.
Shelby Isabella Jones.
August Joy.
Carolina Margaret Kaczmarek.
Siddhartha Capaganti.
David W. Cattell.
Sierra Elizabeth K.
Shrestha Reddy Kethareddy.
Carson Kilgallen.
Aiden Kinney.
Cameron Lee Kerner.
Nicholas Richard Kopich.
Valentina Laguadu Manosalva.
Cassidy Nora Lazarick.
Nyasia Christina Legra.
Gabriela Grace Lopez.
Mia Rebecca Lopez.
Michelle Lopez.
Juan Lopez.
Valeria Lopez Castro.
Maria Jose Lozano Salinas.
Cobry Gabriel Michael McShane.
Kyle Joseph Malinak.
Alexandra Joy Manansala.
Nicholas F. Marcello.
Allison Giovanna Marin.
Ronnie A. Marin Martinez.
Brian Marmolejo.
Sarah N. Morisitz.
Austin Edward McCaffrey.
Courtney Ann McCarroll.
Kiara Paulina Mendez Arbelize.
Madison Miller.
Kalijah Judah Millet.
Lisette J.C. Minkala Pelaez.
The Distinguished Scholar of the Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering, Abisar Mittal.
Ariana Mora Gonzalez.
Alexa Valeria Morales Benavides.
Kevin S. Morera.
Tyler Maxwell Munoz.
Kayla Sabrina Naranjo.
Valentina Naranjo.
Alexis Lynn Nardone.
Dua Nayab.
Anvitha Lakshmi Nikanti.
Alexander Newts.
Jacqueline Newton.
Nicole Lucila Niswand.
Jason Nido.
Colleen C. Norton.
Mackenzie Lynn Novak.
Natalia Alicia Novak.
Rachel Mary O'Connor.
Sydney Marie Ortenzi.
Louis Orzuna.
Brian Osorio.
Tanya Yazel Pacheco Padilla.
Kevin James Page.
Tyler Joseph Tomahawk Pal.
David Palacio.
Diana Para.
Jessica Para.
Sophia Marie Para.
Alexander Anthony Patel.
Jasmine Rose Patel.
Om Minesh Patel.
Fiorella S. Perez Araya.
Wesley Perlman.
Raphael Desser Petit Frere.
Ashley Nicole Petrosini.
Benjamin Russell Pluta.
Aliza Michal Popke.
Carol Jean Prue.
Andrew Joseph Pruden. Emily Diane Rubino.
Jorge Hernando Ramirez.
Jade Luisa Ramirez Batista.
Franklin Ramirez.
Joe Eperol Recto.
Melinda Marie Reed.
Tomas Reytana Chavez.
Charles Francis Rex.
Rahul Gabriel Reynolds.
Mylene Alexandra Riofrio Velez.
Julia Catherine Ritz.
Jasmine Roman.
Joseph A. Romanger III.
Aiden John Ruane.
Ryan Patrick Ruane.
Anthony Jesus Rugel.
Grace Russo.
Victoria Nicole Syons.
Nora Saeed Elmendari.
Samantha Allison Sanchez.
Andred Joel Sandy.
Joshua Santana.
Isabella Santillan.
Thomas James Santucci.
Anthony Scarillo.
Jose Perez Schoenberger. Aryan Sharma.
Emily Rose Schilling.
Krishi Shukla.
Vishwam Shukla. Colin Patrick Silk.
Kelly Christina Simon.
Morgan Elizabeth Skolnick.
Daniel Liam Slockbauer.
Brianne Margaret Sokolich.
Matthew David Sisson.
Melanie Teresa Tenazaka.
Kayla Thomas.
Quincy Throckmorton.
Ethan James Robert Trimmer.
Patrick Anthony Torriello.
Akshay Vithialingam.
Daniel Valdez.
Christian R. Vargas.
Ananya Siri Vasaretti.
Ashley Michelle Vasquez Guerra.
Juan Pablo Villalba Salamanca.
Stephen Villarreal.
Juan Felipe Venasco Malatesta.
Jalen William Wall.
Amanda Wong.
Erin C. Welsh.
Dante Antonio White.
Nicholas David Wickizer.
Victoria Winyan Zhang.
And Andrew William Zuzio.
Will everyone please rise? Sharing these proceedings with you today has been pure pleasure. To conclude this wonderful celebration, please welcome to the podium the class secretary, Miss Mehek Sansi, who will now offer our benediction.
Hello and good morning. My name is Mehek Sansi, and I'd like to begin by saying that I understand that it's widely accepted that it is not the destination that's important, but the journey itself. But I say that this destination feels pretty good. This sentiment, of course, does not diminish the value of our journey. If there's absolutely anything I've learned in our 4 years at Morris Hills, is that there is not a limit to growth, not when it comes to our class. From unprecedented trials and tribulation, we have grown to be empathetic, resilient, and above all, courageous. Despite each of us experiencing our own individual journeys to be present here on Gifford Day, and the separate future journeys that we will embark on, we will forever be unified as one class. The only words I could think of that were synonymous with the name that we hold as the class of 2021 were words spoken by true poet Aubrey Graham, who wrote, "Last name ever, first name greatest." It is because we are phenomenal that we will not be forgotten. And we are phenomenal because of the often unseen efforts of those seated in the stands at this moment. Thank you, parents, siblings, friends, staff, administrators, and everyone who has allowed our class to grow into the Moores Hill strong individuals that this world needs. We are the faces of a very bright future. It is my absolute honor for one final time to congratulate the class of 2021. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021.
Thank you.